Hey guys, good morning. Today is Monday, October 5th, and it is E-Day. It is a rainy day here in Westchester. I just got back from my walk and I walked in the door and right away it started pouring, so I just made it. So today is a flip-flop of what Friday was. If you are in periods 2 or 4 with me, we are synchronous and live, which means I'm taking attendance in Zoom, so I expect to see you there. We are going to talk a little bit about the monkey's paw and continue work on our citing evidence from the monkey's paw. We are going to have an opportunity to work on a worksheet together and also a little journal entry afterward. 4 p.m. session, we are going to be asynchronous today, which means I'll still be on Zoom, but I will not be taking attendance. There are 2 activities for you to complete. There is the Tell Your Own Story discussion board. I'm just going to go show you that on Schoology now. So obviously I'm in the week 6 folder here and we are in Monday. You need to view the agenda first though. And we're in this week 5 activity, Tell Your Own Story. You're going to watch this story about Ronald Clark and listen to his story about where he lived growing up. And then you're going to come down below and you will see that there is a discussion board. And it says, we all have stories to tell. Some are about life-changing moments, while others are little snippets in time that were funny or embarrassing. And I shared mine with you. Mine is a time that I remember from when I was about 6 years old. You're going to read my story, and you will notice that you will not be able to read others' stories until you post your own, and that is on purpose, as I want you to have your own real story, not just like somebody else's that you had already checked out and just changed the words. So you're going to complete that as your first activity. And then what you're going to do is you are going to also do your first quarterly book talk check-in. Now this isn't due until tomorrow, but your time to do it is today. And what it is there are a series of little questions that we've asked about your first book talk. Some of the questions we ask are about the beginning of the book because we expect you to be about 20 to 30% through your book at this point. So you're going to create a video file explaining the aspects of the introduction of your book. Some of the questions you need to answer are, how did the author structure the introduction? Was it a traditional introduction where he or she introduces you to the setting and a couple of characters, there's maybe some direct characterization, or maybe you jump right into the plot and you're picking up clues about characters and setting as you go. Or maybe it's like a flashback introduction and you're learning things that happen prior to this point in history before the actual story itself is starting. So please let me know how they structured the introduction and how the characters were introduced. How does the author make you aware of their characteristics? You should find some examples of how you got to know the character. Sometimes it's direct characterization where the author narrator tells you the character is stubborn or something like that. But oftentimes, more often, we're given what we call indirect characterization, where we're learning about the character through things that the character says, how other characters feel about this character, etc. Again, what about the setting? Is the setting significant to the story? Is this a story where the setting is essential to the plot, or could this plot have kind of occurred in many different settings? What about the conflict? Who is involved with that? What's the problem? Is it like a man versus man where another character is in the way? Is it like a man versus society where the character is fighting against a societal issue or rule or law, or challenged in that way? Or maybe there are multiple types of conflicts. Let me know about that. You should include anything that helps me create a mental image of where you are in the book and what has happened so far. And then don't forget that there are rules to each book talk. I'll look at those right now. So here are those quarterly book talk requirements. I did put it in the folder underneath that last link. Don't worry so much about the fiction and nonfiction response here. That's more for our reflection times or other times. What I'm really talking about here is these video requirements, which still apply to this first check-in video. 2 to 4 minutes in length. Because this is a check-in, probably closer to 2 rather than 4, you need to have the video frame in the cover, in the video frame, you must have the cover of the book. It can be a digital picture of it that you're floating into the frame, or you can actually be holding the book of the printed copy and have that in there. I need to be able to hear your audio the whole time you are speaking. If you're mumbly or cutting out, you're going to have to redo that. I say this as obviously a plane is flying over me right now, hopefully. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it's funny that I'm saying that at the same time. And then make sure at the beginning of your video you clearly state the title and author at the beginning of the videos. Those are the rules I'm talking about. And again, that is here now under this quarterly book talk check-in. All right, guys, I will see you later. That is it for today. I hope you have a great day. I think this rain is just supposed to be in the morning, so hopefully the afternoon will be a little bit nicer. It was a beautiful weekend, so hopefully you got out for that. And I look forward to seeing you later. Bye.